All right then. How we doing? Winded Walker here. Um, I know that a lot of YouTubers uh, spend a lot of time putting up content, and I really haven't done that. I put up some shorts and a couple of videos of my escapades out in the backcountry, but haven't really haven't really done much. And honestly, I don't even know what my purpose is here. It's just want to share some of my stuff. I've been a backpacker most of my life. I'm 68 years old, and I've been out hiking and backpacking since my early teen years. Um, and my uncle used to take me out in the woods and hunting and things like that when since I was a little kid. Uh, but I figured maybe I'd just introduce myself here and give you some background, myself and what's been going on with me and everything. I don't know if you're interested or not, but whatever. Uh, call it vanity, call it whatever you want, I guess. But a lot of guys out there on YouTube that make this into they're looking for income, uh, make it into pushing advertisements and getting money from manufacturers and recommended gear and all that. Yeah. No, not interested. I mean, if you want to send me some money, knock yourself out. I ain't going to turn it down. I don't know how you do it. Don't care. Um, uh, I'm retired. Just looking to get back out in the woods. Where am I at here? For a lot of years, I'd get out in the back country every chance I got. Met my wife back in 1973. Started going out with her, just teenagers, and got married and spent our honeymoon backpacking. Up in the high peaks of the Adirondacks. That's where we spent our honeymoon, the two of us. Back in 1979, that was. And we'd get out there every chance that we could. And I'd go out solo backpacking by myself up in the high peaks. I'd go out every year, 2 weeks every year by myself, and do that every summer, without fail. And her and I would get up or down, I would say, from where I live in Western New York, so been here all my life. We'd get down into Allegheny, down the mountains, if you want to call them mountains, down the hills. I call it the Allegheny Mountains, and they are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But we get down there camping. The park, Allegheny State Park, is only from where I am. It's only a 40-45 minute drive. So we get down there quite a bit. I go down there, go fishing and everything. But we'd get down there. We go down there all the time. Cabins or we had a camper. We'd take that down there as well. But her and I've been together since '73. Still are. Although she's had plenty of justified reasons to kick my worthless carcass to the curb, she's still with me. Love her to death. But about 12 years ago, maybe shortly more than 12 years ago, I was in excellent physical condition. Just tip tip-top physical shape. And I went up into the high peaks up in the Lake Placid area up there for a 2-week solo backpacking trip. Did some rock climbing in several of the high peaks. Was up around the Mount Colden area, Lake Colden, Avalanche Lake, Trap Dyke, up in that area, and more, Giant Mountain, a bunch of stuff down up there, and had a grand time. Met with a friend too for part of that time. Most of it was solo, but met with a good friend. Had a great time. But I picked up something when I was up there, some kind of a virus. I don't know what it was but when I came back, I a few days later, I was sick, man. I got so sick. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed. I was so sick. And that settled into my chest, into my lungs, and ended up in the hospital, and they put me on prednisone, and I was on that prednisone for about 3 months, and in those 3 months I put on close to 60 pounds. I couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom. They didn't know what the heck the virus was. No, it was not Lyme disease. No, they just didn't know. It was some kind of virus, they said. They couldn't figure it out. But I couldn't breathe, so they had to do something. The prednisone was the lesser of the evils, and I put on a lot of weight. And from there, everything just went south with my health. Underlying conditions that I had since I was a little boy, they surfaced. Things I wasn't even aware of, but mitochondrial myopathy that surfaced, gangbusters. I don't want to go into too much detail, but cancer. Cancer. Went through all that, and I pretty much couldn't do anything. Nothing. I just sitting on my butt, and I went from Superman able to, leap tall buildings at a single bound, do anything, in my 50s, to looking like Jabba the Hutt, inactive, could barely get up out of my chair for a bunch of years. I thought that I'll never be able to do anything again. All the things that I loved, I could just sit here and read and watch TV and have the grandkids come over and sit on my lap. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the grandkids for sure. All my backpacking gear and stuff just kind of sitting in storage. Got a nice wood shop. I could go down and tinker. Just about cut off my thumb down there in the table saw. That was fun. But I was resigned to nothing. My wife had to go to work because my Social Security was not enough to, take care of all the bills. So she had to go to work. Does she make good money? Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. She makes pretty good money. Executive secretary and all that. She's awesome. She's the best thing. Boy, I'll tell you what, great woman. But I didn't think I'd ever get my health back again. I thought, this is it. Sold the big house, got a little place. The bathrooms within 15 steps, no matter where you are in the house, that kind of thing. And I mean, it's still nice. I like that idea, And here I am now, 68 years old. But last September, see, it's right now. It is what the heck's the date today? I don't even know what the heck date. It's the end of February. What the heck is the date today? I can't see. Yeah, it's the 25th, February 25th, 2025. In the midst of political lunacy, but September of 24, just as I was turning 68, everything seemed to change. I went from feeling like crap, having massive brain fog, and these episodes of stroke-like symptoms and things. It's just crazy. To mental clarity. I mean, if you can call what I'm experiencing now mental clarity, but energy. I wake up in the morning and it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Bing, awake, and I want to get up. I just want to get up, and I think I want to take a walk. I haven't felt that in years, and it's like all at once, and I just had this feeling of determination inside. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm for those of you who care one way or the other, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. Have been since 1981. I know him. The first place he started speaking to me was off in the mountains. First place he convinced me of his existence. In the absence of our interference, he's undeniable. Out there, there's no interference, man. He just screams at you. But anyway, he's given me back my health. He has, and I've got no other explanation for it. And all at once. Since September, from September till now, what was it, September to October, November, December, January, February, 5 months, I've lost over 50 pounds. My energy level is through the roof. My determination, my focus, everything. I got it back. I got it back. Excuse me. I got plans, man. I don't know how much longer he has for me to be here. He could take me home now. He could take me now. I'm fine. I got no qualms. I got no fears over it. None whatsoever. I'm not just saying that. It's the truth. But the direction that I see him taking me for now gets me out of bed in the morning. I'll tell you what, I'm excited. So whatever he's got for me now is fine. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited. And these videos that I have been posting, I know most of them are shorts, but I intend on getting some longer ones, and I'll explain that as I go here. I know it's been 15 minutes, probably one of the longer videos I'm going to post so far. But I want to explain a few things about what I'm doing here. Whatever he's doing with me, I find it easy and natural and right and good to speak of him and for him and about him in the settings of his creation and what he's made. That's it's easy, it's natural, it's right, and that's where he's drawn me, and that's where I want to be, and that's what I want to do. But I want to do it right, I want to do it right. Yeah. My gear is outdated. Uh, I put a lot of miles on a lot of my stuff. Um, I had my original packs back when I was in my 20s. Anyway, I had a big Kelty Expedition, external frame, great pack, man. I still have it. I put a lot of miles on that thing, man. Up in the Adirondacks, up in the high peaks. I actually did. I actually climbed. Me and a friend of mine. It wasn't part of the plan, believe me, but we had to. I did Algonquin. I did the peaks, Algonquin and Wright, and so I did the whole McIntyre range with a full Kelty expedition. It was wild, man. I'll never forget that. I mean, I must have had 60 pounds that stinking pack. 60, 65 pounds. But at that point, I couldn't have cared less. I'd just stick that much weight on my back. I couldn't have cared less. Was it 20, 21 years old, whatever it was? I didn't care. Yeah, what a riot. We had a great time carrying all that weight. About killed me, but it was great. Well, I had that Kelty, and I think I had I don't know what I had, a Merrill's or something. I don't know what I had on my feet. Some no-name brand of, I don't know, hiking boots and some. Oh, I know what I still have the tent too. It was a Eureka Timberline. Yeah, still have it. Still have it. Great tent. It was a good tent, man. It was a good tent. Now what? Eureka's going out of business. That's the same tent that my wife and I took on our honeymoon. Yeah, Eureka Timberline. 2 man. Yeah. What does that thing weigh? About 7 pounds. Yeah, I don't carry that no more. It's just too big. Anyway, and I went from there to the pack that I probably put maybe 1,000 miles on this pack. Easy 1,000, if not more, 5,000. It's an EMS 5500. EMS 5500. Great pack. Great pack. It's just too heavy. It's just too stinking heavy. It's too much, man. I can't. I just cannot carry that much anymore. Again, back when I was, 30s, 40s. Again, I'd put 50 pounds on my back. I didn't care. I didn't care about the weight. I didn't care. I'd just carry it, man. Stick it in my back. I don't care. Now, I care. I care. I don't want to carry that kind of weight anymore. Okay, I'm healthy, I'm strong, and so on, and I don't want to carry that kind of weight. I'm pushing as close to ultralight as I can, but I'm not crazy either. There's nothing wrong going ultralight for those of you who want to do that. I'm not, denigrating anybody who does that. That's fine. You want to do that, go for it. But I want some of the creature comforts that maybe that some people can do without. I want them. I'm carrying a chair. I want a chair. And as far as my sleeping pad is concerned, I want a nice one. And if it weighs a little bit too much for you, then don't carry it. Okay? You're not carrying it, I am. So send me your bad messages if you want to. I don't care. I'll carry what I want to carry. But I'm pushing towards lightweight, as light as I can, as light as I can without being crazy for myself. Um, anyway, like that. Uh, so I'm on my limited income, my money. I'm slowly building my gear back up. I got and again, nobody's paying me. I'm not getting no money from nobody, and I don't care what anybody thinks. Nobody give me any free gear. I wish. My gosh, somebody wants to give me free gear, pay me. I'm all for it. I'll let you know. But uh, I'll promote you if you want me to. But nobody is. Um, I bought a Durston, a Kakwa 55. That's pretty light. Pretty light. There's some things I don't like about it. Yeah, there are. I wish that the pockets on the straps were, the shoulder straps were a little bit further down, so I don't have my bottles up in my face. That's a pisser. I wish that the hip belt, um, that they would size it a little bit bigger for those of us who have somewhat of a bigger girth around the waist. Okay, it would give us, some options there. Get a little bit bigger. Other than that, nice pack. Okay, good price. It's priced nice. I like it. Um, Comfortable. It's okay. I like that. I like that. I had to get an extension for the waist belt. Okay, but it's all right. It's okay. I can deal with that. And okay, got that. I'm slowly, as I get the money, I'm buying new gear because I need new gear. I had to get new boots because why do I keep on forgetting the stinking name of my boots? Can I get you to hold just a second here? Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My boots, I had to get a new pair of Oslos. Um, my old ones, I bought my old boots back in my gosh, I've had them for 35 years. 35 years, pair of Oslos. And I'll guarantee you that I put enough miles on those boots that would have taken me coast to coast on this continent 10 times. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Absolutely the best boots I've ever owned. So I got another pair because they're done. The insoles, not just the soles themselves, but the insoles are just done. They're completely done. There's no fixing them. Done. So I got a new pair. Last pair of hiking boots that I'll ever need. Um, but those, you know, are strictly, they've got their place. I'm not going to wear those for every hike. Um, they're for specific types of walk. Excuse me, hikes. And I bought a pair of topos, non-waterproof topos. Hiking sneaker type, running shoes type, uh, hiking shoes. Uh, Very comfortable, big toe box. I mean, very, very nice. And what are you going to get out of those? 600, 700 miles, and that's okay because they're not that expensive. They're 100, or 20 bucks, whatever. Comfortable, reliable, nice hiking shoe. Because I'll be fording some rivers and stuff and creeks and things that okay, they're going to get wet, and the Oslos, I ain't fording no brooks and creeks with them. I have to take them off and on and off, and no, I ain't doing that. But you know what I mean. Okay, everything's got its application. But and the Oslos, they ain't cheap. Okay, those are $350, $360 shoes or boots. Okay, so not cheap. Okay, had to do that. I need new clothing. I was thinking, okay, what the heck happened over the past 12 years? A fleece. A fleece. $200 for a fleece? Are you out of your mind? Come on, Marmot. What's the matter with you? Outdoor research. Are you out of your mind? I'm paying $200 freaking dollars. Patagonia and all you lunatics. Are you crazy? You gotta be. You gotta be crazy. Anyway. Okay. Sun shirts, with the hood. Okay. Where do you get off with these prices, man? Are you out of your mind? Okay. I need. Okay. I've got my Timberline. I can't carry that. It's too heavy. I've got a Sierra Designs nice tent, man. I got that from my brain's not cooperating with me today. A place up in Keene Valley, okay? Up in the Adirondacks. Good grief. And anyway, outdoor, outfitter up there. What a brain dead. I got the IQ of a ham sandwich sometimes. Anyway, it's a nice tent. Very nice tent. But the thing weighs like 8 pounds, okay? I'm not carrying that. I just can't. If it was just a weekend or something, I might think about it. Me and the wife or something, if I had 2 people I want to sleep with. But I'm not. I don't sleep with more than... I sleep alone, thank you. My wife's not going with me. I'm going, okay? So I wanted to get a Durston, the X-Dome, but they're back ordered. They're coming out with a new iteration. I'd rather wait for a new iteration because it's a brand new tent, and I don't like getting first run. I like them to work out their bugs first. But so the second iteration, okay, I'll think about that. But I'd never get it in time for my plans for this coming summer. When it comes out, okay, nice tent, light. I like it. I like the design. I like a lot about it. But it's not going to be out in time for this summer. Next summer, okay, when I'm planning on doing the Highline in Utah. Okay, I'll think about it then. It's fully self-supporting type tent. But I got a Tiger Wall, a big Agnes Tiger Wall, and that's semi freestanding. I wish it was completely freestanding, but I didn't. It's a little bit lighter than the Copper Spur, and a little bit cheaper. So I got the Tiger Wall. That's another expense. I got a big Agnes. It's like a halfway. The sleeping bag is like halfway between a sleeping bag and a quilt, because it doesn't really have a bottom. Or the bottom is it's just a piece of material. There's no down or anything. and it straps around your sleeping pad. Um, it's nice. It's very nice. It's very light. It's rated for 20 degrees, I think. Can't remember now. But I got a was a Summit sleeping pad, um, which is rated at like 6.5 R, the R value. So it's not really light. I mean, it's a pound or so. That's not, I wouldn't call that light, a lightweight sleeping pad. But I like the R value. I like the comfort, so I'll put up with the weight. The price wasn't bad. It doesn't roll up really small, so it does take up some volume in the pack. It's not really small, but it's worth it for me and for my comfort, for what I want, and what I need. That's what I'm taking. I want to sleep nice, and I don't want to feel the ground. I'm an old man. I want to sleep nice. I'm not I don't like bivvies. I don't like hammocks. I want to sleep with a tent. That's that. Okay. Onward, forward with the equipment. The Adirondacks require a bear can. Over the years, here's another issue, see with me. Over the years that I have been incapacitated, I lent out a lot of my gear. We all know what happens when you lend out your gear. I never thought I was going to use it again, so even though you may lend out your gear to people you know and love, don't lend out your gear. You'll either never see it again, or it will not come back in the same condition that you lent it out in. And I find that my relationships with people that I love and care about are more valuable than the gear. So I just leave it at that. So I've had to buy new stuff. And I had to get a new bear can. Good grief. And when I go out, I don't generally go out, especially if I'm going to drive, 7, 8, 9 hours someplace. I'm not going for a weekend, thank you. I'm not driving that far just to spend a weekend. I'm going for a week at least. So I'm going to be out in the woods for a week. And so you're taking a week's worth of food. Okay, that takes a good sized can. And those freaking things aren't light, man. They're big and they're bulky and they're freaking heavy. I just spent 90 something dollars on a bear can to hold a week's worth of food. It's like 4 stinking pounds. Good grief. What that adds to my base weight? Never mind the food that I got to put in it. Anyway, stinking Adirondack regulations. It's ridiculous, man. Okay, so I got that. And that's only, okay, that trip, the trip that I'm taking to the Adirondacks, I'm going to be doing, Indian Pass, a big loop, Indian Pass, on around Mount Marshall, over to Lake Holden and so on. A big loop, and we're taking our time. We're going to take about a week, and we're just going to take our time. But that's the only time I'm going to the Adirondacks. That's the only time I'm going to need a bear can. But I've got several other trips planned down into Pennsylvania. I'll be doing the Black Forest Trail. There's there's a lot of things I got planned. A lot in Pennsylvania. I'll be going up into New Hampshire, into the White Mountains. I'm doing the presidentials. I'm doing the Pemmy Loop. And for those, I need a bag. I need a good bear bag. So there's another between $75 and $100 for a good bear bag, which I don't have yet. So there's another expense. Things that are I have to have. I've got to have that. Got to have that. I've had to buy other things too now. That one thing after another just builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up. I got a Zoleo GPS emergency thing. I had the Garmin InReach, didn't like it at all. I know a lot of people swear by it. That's your druthers, go for it. I like the Zoleo, it's working out fine for me. That was an expense. Then there's the monthly charge for the subscription for that. I had to get 2 battery chargers. I know that, somewhere with the 10,000 milliamp ones, I got a 50,000 and a 30,000. Because I've got things that I need to charge. I've got the phone that I'm recording on right now. Good grief, one charge would pretty much, I'd get maybe 2 charges on this phone with one of those 10,000 milliamp things. I'd get 2 charges, that charger would be done. I got a big Samsung S22 Ultra. You charge that thing twice, and it would be that battery charge would be finished. I gotta have something bigger than that. Plus, I got headlamps. Plus the Zoleo, that lasts me for 2 weeks anyway. But headlamps and everything, no, I ain't taking that chance. I gotta have stuff that no. Gotta have good chargers. I've got 2 of them. What else? I know I've got other things that I'm just not thinking of. Things I have yet to buy that are required, And what I want to bring with me that I still have that aren't really necessities, but I really want. You got to have a GoPro, but they're too stinking expensive. There's alternatives to the GoPro that are a lot cheaper, but I don't know about quality. I'm not buying one of them $1,000 Maniac cameras and the the drones and all that. Come on, I'm not trying to make an income off of this. I just want to post my stuff and maybe be a blessing to somebody. That's all I want. Oh, I had other things I want to say too. I can't think of all that. I guess. And be able to record all this stuff, and put it up and speak for him and for posterity's sake, my grandkids in the future. Because again, I say, I don't know how much longer I got. I'm 68 years old, and I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do all this. And I am not going to sit here and waste away as an old man. I would much rather be out in the woods and have him take me home out there. It's been quite the adventure these years, Quite the adventure. And he is supplying for my needs. And I look forward to what he's going to do here. And it's been almost 40 minutes. It will be a few seconds here. So if you've listened this far or at all. I don't know. Felt like saying all this, I guess. It's the Winded Walker. Yeah. What's he going to do next? I'm going to keep on, Lord willing, and I want to keep on making videos and putting them up as I can, as I think of it, and as I can and as I think of it, and keeping track. Not all of us going to be sitting here in this comfy recliner. Hopefully next time we'll be on the trail, and maybe with a better camera by then. Huh? I hope so. I don't want to do it with my phone all the time. Get something better. Maybe on one of them sticks or whatever they do. I see them using all the time, right? I don't know about a GoPro, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see. See what happens. Somebody want to donate one? That'd be cool. That'd be dope. The Winded Walker at gmail.com. Huh? That's me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna sign off here and see about getting this thing put up online and see how that works. I don't edit nothing or add no music to it or nothing like that. I don't even know how to. Maybe I'll figure it out one of these days. I don't know. A lot of these guys spend all sorts of time doing that. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. I like what they do. I'm just too darn lazy and like I said, the IQ of a ham sandwich. All right, y'all have a wonderful life now. I'll talk to you later.